Welcome to SATV News. This is Nahin Tahir with our headlines. Bangladesh could attain over 5% GDP growth during pandemic. Prime Minister credit AL for robust economic growth. Khaled Zia hospitalized at Evercare, diagnosed with several blockages. A ring has been put on, said Dr. Zahid. Amnesty to launder money will encourage capital flight, said FBCCI does not support the chance of whitening black money. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Saturday said it was because of Army League Bangladesh could attain over 5% GDP growth during the pandemic, when many developed countries saw negative growth. She said this while leaders of Army League and its associated bodies greeted her at the Garam Bhavan, marking the 40th anniversary of Army League President and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's release from prison. Prime Minister said that we have given budget for fiscal year 2022 and 2023 when many developed countries are having negative GDP growth. Sheikh Hasina said that Army League always has to step forward, defying all odds and hurdles. She said that the leaders and activists of Army League always chooses the right path, and she also saw it during the time of Bangabandhu. She recalled that the caretaker government was compelled to free her due to the movement and pressure from her party. They became surprised when they saw that Army League collected 25 lakh signatures in just 15 days. Prime Minister said this is Army League. People are our strength. She said that the people are not the strength for the BNP as their birth happened through illegal system. The 14th anniversary of release of Army League President and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina from prison is being observed today. On this day in 2008, Sheikh Hasina was released from the special sub-jail set up on the premises of Jatiya Sangshad building after remaining captive there for nearly 11 months. The Army League president was arrested from her Shudha Sadan residence at Dhanmondi on July 16, 2007 during the military-backed caretaker government, which assumed power in the political changeover of 1/11 in 2007. As Sheikh Hasina fell sick during her captivity, demands were raised then from different quarters, including the Army League and its associate bodies, to send her abroad for better medical treatment after releasing her from jail. Conceding to the people's spontaneous and repeated demands and pressure from different quarters, the caretaker government was compelled to release Sheikh Hasina from jail. Former Prime Minister and BNP chairperson has sustained coronary heart attack and is now at CCU of Evercare Hospital at Bosundhara residential area in the capital. Khaled Zia's personal physician, Dr. Zahid Hussain, said that her angiogram has been completed at the Evercare Hospital and stenting was done on an artery with 95% blockage. He said Khaled Zia was diagnosed with several blockages in her heart. One of these blocks was 95%. A ring has been put on it. Earlier in the day, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said Khaled Zia's condition is not critical, but it is still unstable. She is currently under the care of Dr. Shahabuddin Talukdar. For the next 72 hours, she will be monitored at the CCO. Khaled Zia was admitted to the hospital at around 3 a.m. Medical board constituted her from her treatment. Dr. A.Z.M. Zahid Hassan said that the board requested family members of Khaled Zia to take her abroad for treatment. If Khaled Zia wants to go abroad for treatment, it will have to be according to the law, Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal said today. Home Minister said at a program at the IDEB building at Kakrail in Dhaka this afternoon. He said that the court has directed that Khaled Zia can get treatment in the country only. So if she wants something more, then it has to be reported to the court. The court will decide about that. The Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry FBCCI does not support the chance of whitening black money, as it would discourage honest businessmen What is more, such opportunity may encourage people to flight money abroad, said Mohammad Jashimuddin, president of FBCCI. His comments came in a press briefing where the FBCCI expressed its budget reaction at its office auditorium in Dhaka today. In the meeting, the apex trade body welcomed the government for taking several business-friendly measures. However, the apex trade body also opposed several steps proposed by the government. Abdul Rauf Talukdar, Senior Secretary of the Finance Division, has been appointed as the Governor of Bangladesh Bank. He will replace Fazli Kabir, former Finance Secretary, who has been heading the central bank since March 20 in 2016. Rail communication on Dhaka-Sylhet route remains suspended as a fire broke out on a train in Srimangal of Maulbazar district on Saturday. The fire that has been brought under control, rail authorities said. The fire broke out at the power car or restaurant car of the Parbatto Express train around 12:45 p.m. and spread soon, said Farid Ahmed, station manager of Srimangal railway station. On information, firefighters and railway staff rushed to the spot and started operation to douse the fire. Two firefighting units from Kamalganj Fire Service started their work to stop the fire. The origin of the fire could not be known immediately. No casualties were immediately reported. Chief Whip of Jatiya Sangshad Noor Alam Chaudhary said the whole nation is eagerly waiting for the opening festival of Padma Bridge, as the proud moment will be celebrated through a colossal celebration. Chief Whip said while visiting the Bangla Bazaar Ghat in Shibchor under Madaripur district this morning. He said that the inauguration of the Padma Bridge will be celebrated in every district on 25th June, which is a matter of great joy for the people of the country. More than 1 million people will gather at the public meeting of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on the day. State Minister for Shipping Khalid Mahmood Chaudhary was present among others at that time. He said that the Shimulia ferry terminal will remain open as the demand for ferries across the country is increasing gradually. Viewers, we are taking a short break, so stay with us. Welcome back, and you're watching SATV News. Now, news from abroad. President Joe Biden's estimation that the U.S. is in a strong position to overcome the worst inflation in more than 40 years. But so far, inflation just keeps getting the better of the U.S. economy and of the Biden administration. The Biden's policies, his deals with private sector, regulatory actions and public jawboning have failed so far to stop prices from marching upward. Biden on Friday pledged to keep fighting against inflation while touring the port of Los Angeles, America's busiest port, and a place that the White House said last October would be key for reducing price measures. My administration is going on to be continued to do everything we can to lower the prices for the America's people, the president said after a decidedly bleak new report on consumer prices. The Labor Department reported Friday that consumer prices climbed 8.6% in May from a year ago. That's the worst reading since December 1981. Former Pakistan President and retired General Pervez Musharraf is in a serious condition after his health worsened in the last 3 weeks. His family tweeted from his official account indicating recovery is not possible. Musharraf's family denied media report that he was kept on ventilator. The 78-year-old retired Pakistani general's family tweeted that he has been hospitalized for the last 3 weeks due to a complication of his ailment. Going through a difficult stage where recovery is not possible and organs are malfunctioning. Musharraf served as Pakistan's president from 2001 to 2008, facing charges back home for the assassination of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto in 2007. Now sports. World champion France drew 1-1 with Austria in the UEFA Nations League. Croatia beat Denmark 1-0 in another match. Kylian Mbappe struck a late equalizer to help holder France salvage a 1-1 away draw against Austria as they kept alive their slim hope of reaching the Final Four of the Nations League on Friday. Mbappe, who came as a substitute after the break, found the back of the net with a shot into the top corner 7 minutes from time to cancel out Andreas Weyman's first half opener. In another match of the day, Denmark took the lead in the 84th minute courtesy of the strike from substitute Jens Steiger Larsen, and they eventually held on for all 3 points. Before ending, we go through the headlines again. Bangladesh could attain over 5% GDP growth during pandemic. Prime Minister credits Army League for robust economy. Khalid Aziz hospitalized at Evercare diagnosed with several blockages. A ring has been put on, said Dr. Zahid. Amnesty to launder money will encourage capital flight, said BCCI does not support the chance of whitening black money. You're up to date with the top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest in SATV news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with us.